Hi, my name is David ONeal, and this is my Relevancy and Trajectory Statement video after completing the ORS block in the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. It is crazy to look back upon all the lessons and things that we have done this semester as a class. From going to Capitol Reef National Park, to going to the Utah State Capitol, to going to Mill Creek Canyon to cross-country ski, and also exploring the foothills of Salt Lake City with our class using our maps and compasses. I know these skills will directly serve me in my personal life and hopefully in my career in the future. My hope is to work in outdoor education, and my dream is to work for Knowles or Outward Bound or some other service that provides people with experiences in the outdoors but also helps them find out more truth about themselves. I currently work as a guide in Colorado and also lead trips for outdoor adventures on the University of Utah campus. And I've been able to implement some of the skills I've learned in this class in those positions. Whether it be hard skills like lighting stoves and setting up tents, or softer skills like using Tilden's principles in presentations, or different leadership styles in different situations, I know these skills will help me wherever I go. I will first talk about the hard skills that I especially appreciate, like going over compass skills and how to shoot bearings and find yourself on a map using triangulation. I enjoyed reviewing the difference between magnetic north and true north and how to accommodate for that on my map. As a guide, I know that my navigation skills need to be sharp at all times to keep everyone safe and on the trail and keep us going where we need to go. It was also interesting to learn about the layering system and even come up with a script to help explain to people and to clients how to use it to their favor. One of my favorite tips was Kirk telling us to put butter in our hot cocoa to get more calories and to make it more rich. It was interesting to learn the procedures of what to do when you get lost. Things like stop, think, examine, plan, and then act. I was also able to learn more about AMS and HAPE, things that I have seen in the backcountry myself, and learn better about how to treat them and help people who are experiencing symptoms. One of my favorite lessons was on stoves and learning about the different types that we can use in the backcountry and even overseas. I was familiar with the MSR Whisper Light as well as normal camp stoves or propane burners, but I had never considered using an alcohol stove or even a wood stove in the backcountry. Additionally, I never considered that using a down sleeping bag might actually be cheaper in the long run, instead of buying multiple synthetic sleeping bags to temporarily fix your problem of being cold at night. I also really appreciated the lesson on stream crossings, as this is already something that I face a lot as I guide and know I will continue to see them in the future. It was nice to see a standard process for how to assess a stream, see where to cross it, and how to help my clients and friends get across the stream safely. Moving on to land agencies and public lands' many uses, I found it extremely interesting to learn about conflict and how that can be taken into a recreational context. When people use public lands, they are naturally going to have many different desires and expectations as they use them, and so it is important for us to think about all these things like actions, attitudes, and beliefs when viewing them in a recreational setting. It was also exciting to learn about use and users and the difference between latent and induced demand, and how land agencies look at all of these factors when looking at how their land is being used and how they can adjust their goals and expectations so that users can have the best experience possible. I found it funny how a lot of these studies and other things accommodate the, quote, average camper who does not exist. I appreciate learning about all of these things because I know that I have different expectations than many of the recreationists that I interact with on my personal time and even while I'm guiding. For example, when I guide in Colorado and we are backpacking, we run into a lot of horse packers. Their expectations of Leave No Trace are different than the expectations of us in Leave No Trace, as their horses a lot of times poop and leave things in the campsite like alfalfa cubes and other things like that. It is important to realize that they are not the enemy and that we can work together with them to protect the areas that we love so much. This semester, my perspectives on politics and how they play a role in recreational activities completely changed. I usually do not involve myself in politics, but this semester I learned that I must be and continue to be active in the political realm if I really do care about these public lands that I recreate on. The National Environmental Policy Act of 1969 does not protect us from bad environmental decisions, only uninformed decisions. This means that we all have an obligation to protect the lands that we love so much, especially in today's day of age. I also learned about Tilden's principles and how to use them to effectively convey information in a way that people care about and that ties to them in their personal lives. I also enjoyed learning more about the different leadership styles and when to use each of them, and ultimately learning that situational leadership is usually the best option. When I think about the type of guide and outdoor leader I want to be, I realize that my perspectives and expectations of myself have completely changed. Guiding and being a leader in the outdoor industry is so much more than just spitting out facts and explaining rules of the outdoors to people. While hard skills and giving information is important, it is essential to do so in a way that connects to each and every individual in their own way. While the hard skills that I have learned are extremely important and I am grateful for them, I am realizing that I am so much more thankful to learn about leadership in a new context and how to be a leader that embraces all. I am so thankful to be a part of a program that not only wants to make better workers, but also better people, better citizens, better political activists, better guides, better outdoor educators, better teachers. While all of these lessons were thrilling to learn, I am so thankful to be in a class full of people that care about the outdoors and learning more about the world around them so much. Our group has gone through long presentations together, camping trips together, hard assignments together, and many lengthy class sessions together. I am thankful for the relationships and the unity that we have formed despite our many differences. To Kirk and Jeff, I want to thank y'all for being such gracious instructors, teaching us everything that you know, and wanting us to make a difference in society. Because of the lessons that I have learned this semester and the experiences I have been able to be a part of, I know that I will be a better person and worker in the outdoor industry. I will be able to facilitate experiences that matter for people by teaching them hard skills, but more importantly, giving them educational experiences in the outdoors that make a difference in their lives. Through intentional group management, thoughtful planning, and thorough hard skills, I will be able to help and assist people in having great recreational experiences, whether I be a guide or even just a volunteer in the outdoor industry. While I might forget some of the specific lessons I learned this semester, I will never forget this group and the time that we've had together learning from Kirk and Jeff this semester. I truly feel like I have grown as a person and a leader this semester, and I am so thankful for the experiences that we got to share together. I am excited for the future ahead, and I know that this semester has served me well and prepared me for whatever life in the outdoor industry throws at me. Thank you for listening.